Let's talk about something I said I was going to talk about. There's no progress without changes and challenges. That's the statement. Now, let's just talk about that for a moment because it's fresh off of the phone call with Steven. Let me just unpack that phrase again. There's no progress without changes and challenges. So Steven's facing a challenge. Let's say you just heard that call. His challenge is he wants to make progress, but his wife is like, no, she pretty much wants to stay close to Springfield, Missouri. Now, that's a challenge. His wife, uncomfortable with the idea of ever leaving that zip code. Maybe he'll get her to be open to moving an hour away. That's a challenge. There's going to be change. There's going to be change you're going to have to face. And let me just put this out here. We as human beings are very uncomfortable with change. Forget the challenge part. I mean, a challenge in and of itself, the very word itself, implies some difficulty, right? It's a challenge. It's going to push me. It's going to require more of me. All right, so that's already difficult. But change is psychologically difficult. Change can just freak some people out. But if you want progress, folks, there's going to be changes and challenges. So if right now you're dealing with some changes, you're considering some changes, you're going, oh, it's making me kind of queasy and I don't feel so good about that. Hey, that's the price of admission. If you have weighed the plan, you have answered the questions, you figured out what it is you're supposed to do, you have a good idea of what it's going to take to get there, and so then you realize what the challenges are, right? So I'm going to have to pay off some debt first, or I'm going to have to save up this amount of money, or I'm going to have to do this on the side, which means I'm going to have to work an extra 10 to 15 hours a week. You know, these are challenges. So here's the point. When you can identify the change and the challenge and how they're making you feel, the question then becomes, do I want the future? Is my desired future, is the longing for that desired future greater than the anxiety and all the junk associated with changes and challenges? Because you don't get progress without changes and challenges. So now you just say, oh, do I want this or not? What do I want my future to be? Do I want to look back on my life and reminisce on the adventures, the changes and challenges that I looked in the face and walked forward? Or do I want to look back and have a ton of regret?